This is a message for Kamala Harris. If you're not her, move along. Where you been? You haven't made any speeches, any tweets, written any op-eds, done any public appearances. I thought this was the most important election of our time, the lesser of two evils, because things were about to fall apart. Now they are. Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right, so in today's video, we're going to be reacting to videos of white people who are coming onto the internet, crashing out and demanding for Kamala Harris's help.
Right, and also Black Americans will be talking in this video, reminding them how during election period, they berated and belittled Kamala Harris, reducing her credentials and her qualifications to next to nothing.
Right, so guys, we don't want to talk a lot. Let's watch what we prepared for you and then we come back and talk about it. Consider subscribing if it's your first time here. Also, let us know in the comment section what is your thoughts and opinion on this matter, right? Let's watch and then we come back.
What are you doing? What'd you do with $2 billion for an election you lost? You don't have anything to say? You only have things to say. I'm speaking, and you're fighting for the presidency. I thought you were supposed to be fighting for the people, for justice. You did show up for that award. The irony that it was awarded for your fight for justice and equality, while thousands and thousands of people died on your watch. Because you were silent on that. And you're silent on this. Your silence is actually quite deafening. And very telling. I guess when you said, I'm speaking, what you meant to say is, I'm convincing. And that you were. You convinced half of America to not vote for a third party. Vote for you instead. Because you're speaking. I invite you to speak again. But my guess is you won't, because you actually don't care. How could anyone that does remain silent?
You know what makes me mad? It's that when Biden got kicked out of the Democratic Party, basically, they picked Kamala Harris to run against Trump. They said that she was the right person for the job. She said she was the right person for the job. She was supposed to be the person with the plan. Now, apparently she wasn't the right person for this job and she lost, but she said that she had a plan to fix things. Why isn't she talking out against all the fuck-ups that the Trump administration is making? Why isn't she out there every single day saying, this is what I would be doing instead? Why is she proposing a plan for the American people rather than cowering, being silent? I mean, if she believed that she was the right person for the job, if she was the right person for the job, then she'd be leading the charge against Trump right now. And she's not.
Okay, but where is Kamala Harris right now? When you have people like AOC,
leave it up to racist white people to expect the black woman to do the job that they refuse to hire her for. Those of you that are looking for Kamala Harris, I need to remind you, she is not an elected official at this time. She is a private citizen. So you asking, where is Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris is wherever the fuck she wants to be. I mean, white people, don't get me wrong. I understand that you all are now in distress as you are watching the person that you chose to put in the White House tearing everything down, including your 401k, your savings accounts. Yeah, I understand the distress. So what you need to do is leave Kamala Harris alone. Stop looking for Kamala Harris and look towards your elected officials, your congressmen and women. And yeah, look to Donald Trump. Go talk to Donald Trump. That's the one you chose to put into office. You're welcome.
Imagine turning down a perfectly qualified candidate and then contacting them later and asking, where are you? You should be coming to work. Even though you turned them down and officially they don't work for you, you're still expecting them to come to work anyway and work for you. All of you who are like, where's Kamala Harris? That's what you sound like.
Ups that the Trump administration is making. Why isn't she out there every single day saying this?
Why didn't you give her the job? Why didn't you give her the job? Oh, I know why. You didn't want a black woman in the White House. So stand on business, take the L, and quit making these stupid think pieces on TikTok because we don't care. Suffer in silence or find something else to do with your time. There's a whole felon in the White House you can direct your anger to.
The same people that are saying, where is Kamala Harris in 2025 are the same motherfuckers in 2024 saying there's no difference between a Democrat or a Republican. So let's stop engaging with these grifting pieces of shit and giving them the attention they desperately want.
How the fuck am I waking up to a video of a white man asking why Kamala Harris isn't leading the charge against all the BS that Trump is doing in the White House. Excuse the fuck out of me. And I mean, excuse the entire fuck out of me. My good sis is enjoying these next 4 years at home smelling like cocoa butter and peach moisturizer, okay? Why are you concerned about what she's doing? Because she tried to tell y'all asses. She literally told y'all verbatim, if you're not a millionaire, Trump's nastiness will eventually touch you in some way, some shape, some form, somehow. And y'all said, no ma'am, you're black, we don't want that. Especially you're a black woman, we definitely don't want that. So now it's, where is she? Excuse the fuck. You expect her to come save you when all the shit that y'all said about this lady, all the names y'all called her, everything y'all said about this lady. And she still was the one saying, let me save you. I know you hate me because I'm a black woman, but let me save you because this man don't like you either. And y'all said, no, Trump is going to bring down the egg prices. He's going to make gas great again. We still waiting on that. Y'all want a black woman to save y'all, always, but don't want us to lead you. How can we save you if we can't lead? Okay, well, just keep swimming.
Party, basically, they picked Kamala Harris to run against Trump. They said that she was the right person for the job. She said she was the right person for the job. She was supposed to be the person with the plan. Now, apparently she wasn't the right person for this job and she lost, but she said that she had a plan to fix things. Why isn't she talking out against all the fuck-ups that the Trump administration is making? Why isn't she out there every single day saying, this is what I would be doing instead? Why isn't she proposing a plan for the American people rather than cowering, being silent? I mean, if she believed that she was the right person for the job, if she was the right person for the job, then she'd be leading the charge against Trump right now. And she's not.
Oh, look, another cis white male who feels entitled to free labor from a black woman. I think there's like a word for that. What do they call that?
I think they call it slavery. That's the word. Yeah.
That's the word. Why is it that the demographic that voted against her the most are the ones coming out saying, where is she and why is she not doing anything? Need I remind you, she was fired. She is no longer an elected official. Leave that black woman alone and let her fucking relax. Let her fucking relax. Y'all was not even this fucking loud when people had the most god-awful things to say about her when she was running, when she was trying to fix it, when she was saying what needs to be done. She literally said, hey, I'm here. I have a solution. And you said, fuck you. So she said, oh, because I got a question. How many jobs have you been fired from and then you showed up to the job and said, no, I still want to fix this company. I still want to fix this company. The job said, get the fuck out of here. And you kept showing up like, no, I still want to work here. Y'all want this woman who is not an elected official, who is not being paid to do this shit no more, to come here and do it for free. All the other people that they listed, their name where they talk about are elected officials, they're getting paid. They're getting paid. Go talk to your fucking congressperson. Go talk to your fucking elected officials. Write your fucking senator. I don't know. Talk to your brethren. Talk to the men that look like you that sent her packing. Come to the internet and talk to your fellow countrymen. Because clearly they don't want to hear from black people. They don't want to hear from black people. They don't want to hear from women. They don't want to hear from the gays. They definitely don't want to hear from fucking trans people. You look like them. They will be more likely to listen to you. So go talk to them. Like, the amount of privilege someone like that has, being a cisgendered white man in America, and you're on the internet bitching that a black woman who was not elected, who was disrespected, called the most god-awful things, stepped back and said, okay, you guys, y'all got it. You choose to get on your fucking platform and bump them goddamn gums. Talk about, where is she? Where is she? Minding her black ass business. How about you get the fuck up out of it?
You voted for Donald Trump and these are the consequences of your motherfucking actions. Asking where Kamala Harris is not going to solve you shit. She is doing her job, which is minding her motherfucking business. It's just that simple. You need to deal with the consequences of voting for Donald fucking Trump. He said he was going to tear the government from the top to the bottom. And that's exactly what he's doing every single day he wakes the fuck up. And you're mad because you don't realize what you voted for was some bullshit. And most of the people that voted for him, you voted against your own rights. So how about this? How about we just deal with what the fuck we have in front of us? Because you did this. I didn't wake up one day and say, oh my God, let me vote for Donald Trump because I'm fucking stupid. I've never done that. Stop getting on this internet asking someone who lost the election to come help you. Just because it helps you. You should have voted for her. Maybe if half of the other Americans voted for motherfucking Kamala Harris, she would have been the president of the United States. But unfortunately, you voted for an orange bitch with no hairline and a fucked up wig. And this is where we are.
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about the episodes we just played you on the comment section. Yeah, you know, I only have one question for people who keep talking like this. Yeah, exactly what type of help do you want from Kamala, and is it possible for her to render that help? Yeah,
Right.
Because this white speakers here who are talking about how Kamala should come in and she should help check the government of Donald Trump. And my thing is, okay, she should help check his government. In what way exactly and under what capacity? Because currently she's not an elected member of the government, you know.
And these are the very same people, I bet, these are the very same people who, when Kamala, should she decide to come in as opposition leader to help, and she helps fix the situation, these are the very same people who will still treat her bad because this is in their nature, you know. And then a sister here also said a point that I found to be very, very relevant, and she said that if you didn't give a person a job, in what capacity should she return in your company? Let's say if the government was a company, she went and applied for the job, you guys didn't give her the job. In what capacity should she come into that office as an unemployed person and start moving things around in that organization? Does it really work like that?
Right, at this point it's feeling like it's a bit comic because, okay, I could also ask this, yeah, why can't they call out to the third party for help? Because the first lady who spoke on this video, she was talking about how Kamala Harris was the reason why people didn't vote for the third party, and I'm like, that is so delusional because everybody voted for who they wanted, and right now all I can say is you guys, you voted and now you're getting what you voted for.
And that also sounds like some of them do not want to accept responsibility of what they did, because with the same energy they're using to call out Kamala Harris for being quiet is the same energy, just as Tabitha Speaks Politics has said in one of the clips. They should go to the official they elected and rumble at him and have these fits towards him instead of crying for someone who is not even in the government in the first place.
Yeah, it's like, just face your own reality. Accept that the person who is in office right now, that is your own doing. And if you feel like there's something they're not doing that you want to be done, you can all just as well, instead of sitting here and calling for someone else's name, march up to the proper authorities and ask them to do the right thing you want to be done. Yeah,
right.
Another thing I wanted to say is, for me it feels like Kamala Harris has just delivered to the people what the people wanted. People wanted her to step out. People wanted her to not be a leader in America. People wanted her to not get involved, and I feel like give the people what the people want, and that is the mantra Kamala Harris is playing on, you know. She's giving the people what the people wanted.
Right. And I do feel like some of these speakers, the palm-colored speakers who are very angry and calling on to Kamala Harris and saying that she's too quiet, I do feel like when I observe at a larger scale, it's not really Kamala Harris alone they're calling out to. They're angry of the fact that Black Americans are not getting involved in any of the issues that are arising right now. And them calling out to Kamala like this, I do feel like to some part it's them also calling indirectly calling out to Black Americans and people of color.
I really never thought it in that light.
It's like having a fit, but you can't really straight away go to the people you want to have a fit with, which is the Black Americans. So you go to the next thing that looks like is close to or might be easier to target than the real group that you want to target.
That is kind of it's making sense, you know, because I feel like at this point Black America has stood on business, and they mean what they say, and they say what they mean.
Yeah,
when
so
they
these ones don't know the loophole in which to attack Black Americans, because in the first place, Black Americans did not put the political leader they have right now in the power.
At least not majority. It was just 8%.
Right.
Out of the whole entire population, 92% did their job, and right now 92% are happy, and you know they're at peace with how they chose. You know, so it's the other groups that needs to find a way, and I feel like April 5th is the first step to this. Question is it going to work? Personally, my 2 cents, if you want my opinion, is that April 5th, you're not going to need more than a march.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be. They're gonna, for those who understand Spanish, the marchers are gonna have to have cojones, which I honestly don't think most palm color people do. They are timid. Okay, you know, this is just the view I have of them so far, because any march you don't usually see most of them, and if you do, when just something, yes, and if they do, when something goes horrible like this, most of them scatter. You know, because you only see Black people getting arrested and being mishandled by the police. So I'm curious to see just how many of them will turn up and will mean business. You know,
as they say, there's always a first time for everything.
Yeah,
maybe we might be in for a huge surprise. We are still waiting to see the surprise.
Right now, we look at them as very, very timid people.
Yeah. But the ones who cower away, at least somebody somewhere is trying to do something, and like these ones who are coming on the internet to complain and rant for a situation they created themselves. You know, let's wait for April 5th. We see how it's going to go, and then we move from there,
if
right?
They'll make their bonds.
Or not. Guys, let us know what you think about this episode in the comment section. We want to thank you so much for joining us on this one. Let's catch you on the next. Consider subscribing if it's your first time here. Also, road to 100K.
Right.
And we're excited about that.
Right.
And by the way, guys, you can let us know on the community post. I think we're going to be creating a community post. And we want to do a Q&A, question and answer segment on our live. And we'd like to know what you guys, the questions you guys have, what you want us to answer on our live. And we can get to talk about it. Yeah, so any question, like everything you've ever thought of to ask us, and you think like the comment section in our videos is a large platform, maybe a comment gets lost in there, you can just leave your question on the community post we'll be making, I think today, and then we can catch you on our live. We want to hold it before we hit 100,000 if that is possible, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So guys, see you on our next episode.